Hello everybody, my name is Colin3639. Welcome back to another video. Today in this one we're going to be doing another deck profile video, and in this one we'll be covering the new Ursarctic archetype, also known as Bearcti in the OCD. They made a name change from the OCC to the TCG. I like Bearcti better, but we're going to have to deal with Ursarctic for some reason. I don't know what the hell was wrong with Bearcti. But this was a deck, or a archetype that got released in Ancient Guardians, which got released today, as a matter of fact. This archetype goes around tributing level 7 or higher monsters to special summon themselves onto the field, and then gaining some sort of effect when they are special summoned. And this is a quick effect, so they can do it during your opponent's turn as well. The level 7s usually can search you out something, and then the level 8s can usually interrupt your opponent during their turn. And then they have a new synchro summoning mechanic to themselves, where they synchro summon using the difference of the monsters. I'll explain once we get to the extra deck portion of the video. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting. All the level 7s to the archetype are beast, and then all the level 8s are beast warriors, and then all water type as well. So is this a competitive deck? No, this is not going to be a competitive deck. This is not going to be a meta deck. If you're looking for that, go play Dragon Link or Dinosaurs. This is just a fun deck to play with, personally for me. A lot of people can compare this to the Drytrons, and I gotta say, it is Drytrons without Ben 10 kind of thing. If this thing is missing a couple support cards to become a meta deck, I would think if they get a little bit more synchro monsters, and then they get, a little bit more support in the main monsters as well, I think this deck can maybe become a meta deck. But as of right now, this is not a meta deck. This is just a have fun deck, and this is a very fun deck to play with, and that's why I am doing a deck profile on it. So without further ado, let's get into the card by card. Starting off with your Sartic Megapola, we're going to be starting off the level 7s before getting into the level 8s. So during the main phase, you can quick effect tribute one other level 7 or higher monster from your hand, special summon this card from your hand. Also, you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of the turn except for monsters that have a level. Now, all of your Sartic monsters have that same top effect clause where they can attribute another level 7 monster to special summon themselves out onto the field. And then their bottom effect usually are the ones that differentiate the monsters. So this one will have, when this card is special summoned, you can special summon one of your Sartic monster from your hand. And you can only use one of this card's effects once, or each of this card's effects once per turn. So yeah, so basically you get to special summon himself and then special summon your Sartic monster from your hand. Very good card for the archetype. Definitely 3 of. We're playing 3 of basically all of your Sartic monsters, so definitely 3 of without a doubt too. Your Sartic Megapola is a very, very important card to the archetype. It has the same top effect where you can contribute 1 level 7 or higher monster to special summon himself. If this card is special summoned, however, you can add when your Sartic monster from your deck to your hand. So you can be a searcher for you. You can search out any monster, any of your Sartic monster from your deck to your hand. Very good monster to have in the deck. 3 of without a doubt, because that search ability is very, very good. Your Sartic Megatenius is your last level 7 monster in the entire archetype. Has the same top effect to tribute summon himself onto the, or to special summon himself onto the field. And then once he is special summoned, you can target one your Sartic monster from your graveyard, except your Sartic Megatenius. Add this card to your hand. So basically you can add any of your Sartic monster back from your graveyard to your hand. That's very important because you're usually tributing off your Sartic monsters to special summon themselves. So if you tribute, so once you tribute your Sartic monster summoned to Megatenius, you can add that tribute your Sartic monster back to your hand, gain some sort of advantage there, go level equal kind of thing there. So very good card, without a doubt. And then we're going into the level 8 monsters now. Your Sartic Megapola is Megapola, not Megapola, Megapola. So he has the same top effect as the rest of them. But once this card is special summoned while you control another Ursarctic monster, target one card in your opponent's graveyard, banish it. So it's basically like a DD Crow for the archetype. Very, very good because, again, it's a quick effect, so you can summon it during your opponent's turn, interrupt them, and kind of thing. You do have to control another Ursarctic monster for this to happen, however, which is unfortunate. unfortunate for you, but you know, if you end up going first, you should have that. If you end up going second, there are ways. You know, Mechabillies can special summon your Sartic monster and stuff like that. Mechabillies is a good way to interrupt your opponent as a DD Crow kind of thing. Very, very good for the archetype. And that's basically all the level 8 monsters. For their effects to happen, they have to have your Sartic monster already on field for the effects to happen, which makes sense because they do just interrupt your opponent, and especially as a quick effect monster, it kind of makes sense for that. We're going into your Sartic Megapola now. This card has the same top effect as the rest of them, but if this card is supposed to summon while you control another your Sartic monster, you can target one spell or trap your opponent controls, destroy. Another interruption, kind of like an MST kind of thing for the archetype. Has a very good attack as well. A lot of the level 8s do have very high attack. So very good card. You can destroy a spell or trap on field. So, you know, they activate Tanky or something. You can just destroy the Tanky, make sure they don't get the search and stuff like that. Very, very good card for the archetype. Now into the last Ursarctic monster in the main deck. We're starting off, ending off with Megatenius, which has the same, you know, top effect, attribute summon to special summon himself. But once he is special summoned, if you control another Ursarctic monster, target one face-up monster your opponent controls, change it to face-down defense position. And basically a Book of Moon for the archetype. Very, very good. Again, so they have a DD Crow, they have an MST, and now they have a Book of Moon like effects in their level 8. Very, very good. Like I said, if they get something like, you know, a Trident-like effect where it's summoned, you can destroy one card on the face-up card on the field. I feel like this archetype would be very good. That's what I think they're missing. But, you know, I'm not going to be covering that. That is it for the main monsters, however. Your Sartic main monsters. We do got one more main monster, is Alpha, the Master of Beasts. Especially since you're going second a lot, you want to go second because, again, you don't care. Because you can just summon these monsters during your opponent's turn. Alpha the Master of Beasts is a very good card. Now, it's not always active because, again, if you already have your Sartic monsters on the field, Alpha is very hard to pull out. But it is a level 8 monster, so you can just end up tributing this for another Ursarctic monster from your hand, so which is very good. You can either get its effect off, or you can just end up tributing it to get one of your Sartic monsters onto field. So very, very good for the archetype. You're only playing 2 of, because I think 3 of is too much, especially since it's not always active, but 2 is a good ratio for me. Sorry about that cut there. There was a timer that went off in the background, so sorry about that cut, but let's keep going with the deck profile. Now on to the spell cards for the archetype. We're starting off with the field spell, Ursarctic Big Dipper. So this card, as effect is, once returned, if your Sartic monster would tribute a monster to activate an effect, you can banish one level 7 or higher your Sartic monster from your graveyard instead. Very, very good. So instead of, you know, tributing off of your Sartic monster from your hand, you can just end up banishing your Sartic monster from your graveyard and end up still getting that effect off your Sartic monster on the field. Very, very good, very important. That's why I'm playing 3 of. It does have a bottom effect, however, and that bottom effect is kind of ridiculous. So each time a monster is special summoned, place 1 counter on this card. Once per turn, if a monster is special summoned while your Sartic Synchro monster is on the field, you can remove all 7 all counters, a minimum of 7. Target one monster your opponent controls, take control of it. That is very good. Basically a big eye for the archetype. So yeah, and that counts for any special summon. You know, not only just special summons of your Sartics, but special summon of, you know, Alpha, any extra deck monsters, any of your opponent's monsters as well. This is a very good card for the archetype. And then once you have 7 counters, you can actually activate the effect once your opponent special summons a monster, but you also have to control your Sartic Synchro monster on your field too. So it's kind of, you know, it needs a lot to be on the field, but that big eye effect is very, very good. It can be used during either player's turn as well. So that is a very good card for the archetype. So very, very good, playing 3 of without a doubt. And on to the next card is a just normal spell card, your Sartic Departure. One of the most important spell cards in the entire deck. Yes, Big Dipper is probably second when it comes to that, but your Sartic Departure is probably the best. You can discard 1 card, add 2 your Sartic monsters from your deck to your hand. That effect alone is why it's so important. You can just get 2 your Sartic monsters straight away from your deck. Absolutely amazing. But it does have a bottom effect that makes this card even better. If you would tribute a monster to activate your Sartic monster's effect, except the turn this card was sent to the graveyard, so, except for the turn this card was activated, you can banish this card from your graveyard instead. So basically, it acts like a Big Dipper kind of effect. Instead of, tributing a monster, you can just banish that spell instead. So during your opponent's turn, if you have something like, Megapola for the DD Crow, or, Megatenius for the Book of Moon, you can just end up banishing this card to get that monster on the field, get its effect off. Very, very good card for the Archetype 3, without a doubt. And then we got your Sartic Slider, which is a quick play spell card, which is kind of like a Monster Reborn for the for the graveyard and banished area for your Sartics. So its effect target one of your Sartic, your Sartic monsters that is banished or in your graveyard. Special summon it, but you cannot attack. Also destroy it during the end phase. Again, that's not that much of a clause because you're most likely going to Synchro summon it off or anything like that. And then for the rest of the turn after this card resolves, you cannot spell summon monsters except for monsters that have a level. Again, that's fine. Every monster in this deck is a level monster, so that is not a problem. So yeah, very good. It's basically a Monster Reborn for the graveyard and the banish zone for your Sartic monsters, and it's a quick play spell, so very, very good. It doesn't negate the effect either, so your Sartic monsters would be able to get their effects off as well. Very, very good card. Forbidden Chalice. This is where the thing comes. This is not that a competitive deck. Again, this is if you want to play Ash Blossom instead of this card, go right ahead. I like playing Forbidden Chalice because, again, you're going second. So if they set up a board, it's kind of like an infinite impermanence. Activate it, gains 400 attack, but negate the effects of a monster. Very, very good card. It's underrated because infinite impermanence does exist. So it's infinite impermanence is infinite imperm is just better than Forbidden Droplet. I just deleted an infinite imperm. I should. My bad. Let me just add that back to the deck there. Forbidden Chalice, very, very good card for the deck. It's just a very good card. It's underrated because, hand traps exist today and stuff like that. But I do like Chalices in the deck. If you do want to play Ash Blossom, play Ash Blossom over Chalice. This is just a me kind of thing. I like Chalice right now. Again, this is not a competitive deck, so that's why I prefer Chalice over Ash Blossom, just because it's not that much of a competitive deck right now. Now on to 2 rares Rock Sunrise. You can target 1 beast monster in your graveyard, special summon that target. If you do, all face-up monsters your opponent controls loses 200 attack for each beast, plant, and winged beast monsters currently in your graveyard until the end of this turn. So yeah, this was a reprint that came in Ancient Guardians, so very interesting there. I'm just playing 2 of because, again, you're not playing that many beast monsters, but 2 of should be fine. Playing 2 Pot of Prosperity. This is interesting. This can also be Extravagance or maybe, hell, even Desires. But Prosperity can banish, everyone knows the fact, banish 3 or 6 face down from your extra deck, your choice. For the rest, and then you get to reveal the top one, however you banish, and then add 1. Again, we just, playing a lot of, you can see the extra deck, we're playing a lot of 3-ofs and 2-ofs. So Pot of Prosperity, I think, is very good. This could be Extravagance as well if you want to, if you value the draw 2 better. But yeah, that is that for that. And then the last spell card is a Monster Reborn, because it's Monster Reborn. And then the only trap is Infinite Imperm, is basically just a hand trap, And then that's it for the entire main deck. Now on to the extra deck, and this is where I have to start explaining what the extra deck monsters do. So, how you pull out these extra deck monsters. They do have 3, your Sartic Polari, your Sartic Grand Chariot, and your Sartic Sepetenutron. I think that's how you pronounce that. So basically, how you summon these Synchro monsters, not how you normally Synchro summon. Usually how you normally Synchro summon is by sending a tuner and a non-tuner, and then special summoning a monster that has those 2 monsters you sent to the graveyard's total level equal. So if you sent a 4 and a 4, you would special summon an 8. But this is different. You would actually... This is how you Synchro summon. This is the effect. Cannot be Synchro summoned. Must be special summoned from the extra deck by sending 1 tuner and 1 non-tuner you control to the graveyard whose difference of levels equal 1. So that's how it works now for this archetype. So if you have a level 7 and a level 8, so if you have a level 7 your Sartic monster and a level 8 your Sartic monster. All the level 8s, by the way, are tuners. I forgot to say that at the beginning as well. So you have a level 7 non-tuner, level 8 tuner. Instead of going to a level 15 Synchro monster, the difference between that is 1. 7 and 8, the difference is 1. You can actually go into your Sartic Polari that way, because the difference is 1, and that's how Polari is summoned. Same thing for this. If you have the level 1, your Sartic Polari, and a level 8 Ursarctic, any of the level 8 Ursarctic monsters, you can actually end up pulling out Ursarctic Grand Chariot and Ursarctic Septenarian, because the difference between those monsters are 7, and these monsters are level 7 as well. I think it's a little confusing. Maybe once I get into the replays and stuff like that, this would be a lot more easier to explain. But now let's actually cover what those Synchro monsters can do. So, again, they all have the top effect: cannot be Synchro summoned, must be special summoned from the extra deck by sending one tuner or one non-tuner you control to the graveyard, whose total difference equals 1. This one is 1, the other 2 will be 7. But you can only use each of the following effects of Ursarctic Polari once per turn. So this one has, if this card is special summoned, you can activate one Ursarctic Big Dipper directly from your deck. That's why we're not playing Terraforming anything, because again, you can actually just activate Ursarctic Big Dipper straight away from your deck once you summon Polari and stuff like that. And yeah, very, very good card for the deck. And then if you can activate one, you already got that. You contribute one level 7 or higher monster, add to your hand, or special summon one Ursarctic monster from your graveyard. And again, if you already have Big Dipper, you can just end up banishing a Ursarctic monster, then special summoning another Ursarctic monster from your graveyard. Very, very good level 1 for the deck. We got Ursarctic Grand Chariot next. Again, this has the same top effect, but the difference must be 7. If this card is special summoned, however, you can target up to 2 cards on the field, destroy them. That is very, very good. You can just special summon himself, destroy 2 cards in the field. Doesn't even target as well. So that's a very, very good effect right there. And then once per turn, when a card effect is activated that targets any Ursarctic card you control, you contribute one monster from your hand or field, negate that activation. Very, very good card, yeah, without a doubt. And then on to the next one, which is the last Synchro monster for the archetype, needs a difference of 7. Negate the effects of all face-up monsters that were special summoned from the extra deck that have no level. So this would negate any XYZ monster and any Linka monster. So very, very card. And this, if your opponent special summons a monster, except during the damage step, you can add your Ursarctic card from your deck to your hand. Very, very good. So once because special summon will happen no matter what. So once your opponent special summons a monster, add a Ursarctic card from your deck to your hand. It's any card, by the way. It can be the spells or traps and stuff like that as well. So very, very good card for the archetype as well. Now on to other Synchro monsters. The level 9s, they can actually pull out level 9s using the level 1, and then the level 8 tuners can actually pull out the level 9s. We're playing 2 Vermilion Dragon Mech. Once per turn, banish 1 tuner from your hand, graveyard, or face up on the field. Target 1 card on the field, destroy, and then if this Synchro Summon card is destroyed by a card effect, target 1 of your banished tuners, add that target to your hand. Very good, because again, you have the level 8 tuners. If you end up banishing, you can add back and stuff like that. So very, very good card for the archetype. And then we're playing Virtual World Shen as well, just because it's generic. It's kind of like a Macrocosmos on wheels here kind of thing. That's why you're kind of playing it, just because you can pull it out and it's generic enough, or you can pull it out. And then we got Ultimate Zokin. This is actually going to be one of the hardest cards you can pull out in the deck, because you need a level 8 tuner and a level 8 non-tuner to be in the deck. You cannot pull it out with the Ursarctic monsters. The only way to pull it out is one of the level 8 Ursarctic tuners and Alpha the Master of Beasts. This is the only way you can pull out Ultimate Zokin, and that's about it. And then if you do end up sending a card, Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon would be a good way for that target for Ultimate Zokin. So that is it for the entire deck. Side deck, Nibiru, Artifact Lancia, Draw, Phantasma, Cosmic Cyclone, Harvey Feather Tester, Red Reboot. Your side deck could be anything. It's up to what you think is important to stop in your side deck. So that is up to you. This is just what I'm controlling in my side deck. So that is it for the entire deck. Now let's get into some combos. So this is just against a random computer on Dueling Nexus. This is just to show you what the deck can do. So if you end up winning the rock, paper, scissors, you do want to choose to go second. If the computer would stop picking fucking paper. Oh my god. Watch me pick scissors, he's going to pick rock. Okay. Come on. There we go. We'll go choosing to go second here. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. What a hand. Oh, it's you. Okay, so we'll get you, tribute you, so we can actually disrupt our opponent here. Summon you. Bless me. We'll add the card we just tributed back to hand here. Ooh, Barrage. Yeah, we're not going to let that go through. Megapola here. Get rid of Bilious. We'll get rid of Bilious. Summon you, and then effect of you, get rid of the barrage. I get Kaiju. Interesting. Ooh, we're going to Megatenius you as well because we don't want that to go off. And then we'll flip you face down. Let's go. We ended the turn. Let's go. Oh, we draw Monster Reborn. Interesting. This is, what do I do? Megapola. What am I going to banish? Yeah, Megapola won't banish anything. Okay. We can make an ultimate. Because of fucking Kaiju. Oh my god. Because the Kaiju is level 8. And we can set Monster Reborn, get a Crystal Winged Dragon. I don't know what that would do for us, though. We'll just go into you. Put you in defense. Clear effect. Get a Big Dipper out onto the field. We'll activate a Monster or Reborn. And we'll summon the Megapola. And then Megapola effect will go ahead and destroy the Magical Meltdown here. Interesting. Serpentron looking very good right now, though. Let's see. Declare effect, special summon who back, though. And make it. This is interesting. Okay, so I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to activate you. We're going to tribute the Kaiju. We're going to add ourselves the Megatenius back to hand here. And then we'll go ahead and just go into a Synchro summon of Serpentron. Because this will negate all of his XYZ monsters. We'll go battle phase here. And then we'll attack over the Trough Blade. He has 2 cards in hand. Hopefully, he does not draw a fucking Kaiju. Because the Kaiju would screw me here. Goes into an Alistair. Yeah, okay, we'll declare the effect of Megatenius, we'll banish a Megapola here, we'll go, because he wasted his normal summon, so this is interesting, we'll go into a Megatenius, he has the Invo, but we're going to declare the effect of Megatenius, flip, oh wait, it's a fusion summon, I forget, oh, I'm an idiot, that just fucked me, what, I can activate Serpentron, what, if your opponent, oh, I can add it, oh, dude, this might be huge. Okay, what do I add? What the fuck do I add? I don't know what to add. I'm an idiot, by the way. I forget Invocation you can still activate even with Alistair face down. That was an idiotic play for me there. Fuck, what do I do? What do I add? No, I don't want to add a departure for next turn. I'd rather have something. There's nothing that's going to interrupt him this turn. Add a departure. We'll save it for next turn. That will get negated. That's fine. Gets negated. He's not activating Invo straight away. Interesting. That's negated. Thanks to Serpentron. Okay. Gets into a Chakanine. That's still going to get negated. And he's just wasting everything. We can activate Big Dipper. We're good. Again, that will get negated. Goes into it. Oh my god. He's just going through all his Zodiacs, isn't he? No, we're good. Goes Tiger Motor. Tries to attach. It's not going to work. Oh my god. There's the Invo. That's what I'm waiting for. We'll go into the Big Dipper here. And then we'll just take control of this. And then Invo effect will add Alistair. Whiptail. That should be it. Okay, so if I attack, that's 6k. Okay, we have this. We'll activate here. We'll get ourselves a Bilious and a... I don't know after that. We'll just add you. Because why not? We'll go ahead and... I shouldn't have had to make a Bilious here. Oh, tough play here. Tough play. Oh, tough play. Oh, I probably should have added fucking the other bitch. Interesting. Oh, this is so difficult. Now, I have to game him here. Man, I know this is all uncut and everything, so this is probably going to make the video longer, but man, this is an interesting duel. We summon Megapola, Chariot 1 card in your opponent's graveyard. It says 20. This is not enough. This is not. No, wait. It is enough to kill him. What am I doing? This is enough to kill him. Activate. Tribute you. Summon you. And then we'll just go ahead and declare effect. We'll banish. All of this looking worthless. We'll just banish a Whiptail. That should be game. 3. Yeah, that should be game. We'll attack with you. And that's fine. You're negated. Don't give a shit. And attack. That should be game. 3K. 3K. Oh, we got the dub. Man, very interesting duel there. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, leave a like and subscribe for more content on the channel. If you do, I do upload every single day except for Saturday and Sunday. That was a very interesting duel. My bad. I had to focus a lot on that. That's what the combo can be. It can interrupt during your opponent's turn and stuff like that. Very, very interesting deck. I do hope you guys did enjoy the video, though. If you did, leave a like and subscribe for more. And I hope to see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.